Hello there, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will see how to create ABP-powered web apps with Inertia and React. So I have written this blog post and I will add this blog post in the description of this video. And first, the motivation why we put Inertia and React with ABP. So if you are new and you don't know what ABP is, here's a simple introduction of ABP. It's open source .NET Core, ASP.NET Core framework. It is designed to help modern applications. It comes with all the basic functionalities, I would say, and it's really great to create full stack applications. And for a lot of .NET folks like me, Inertia.js might be something new, but its library helps to build single page applications. So mostly used in Laravel, but we can also use it with .NET. And yeah, if you look for Inertia, mostly you will find some kind of a Laravel example with Vue.js, but they have a bunch of adapters for all the other side of development. So what we are going to focus is only the client-side development. We have a Laravel starter kit here for Inertia, and they provide dependencies for Svelte, React, Vue, and Vue 3 and 2. And we are going to use Inertia React and then figure out a way to run React components inside of .NET applications. Yeah, so I think I don't have to explain React. It's a very popular JavaScript library for creating UI. And Vite is another new tool for me, at least. It's a bundler. I'm used to Webpack, and this is based on Rollup, I guess. It's easy to set up, just one config file. There are a bunch of other options to set up. These are the new technologies here, and we will figure out how to implement all these together with ABP Framework. So why do this? What is the main purpose of it? The main purpose is that I'm very familiar with React, and it provides so many out-of-the-box features which are very easy to implement. And also for me, it's very, very easy to get the Figma designs from the designer and then convert them into React components. There are a lot of AI generators in Figma where it will automatically convert the designs to React components. There are some for Blazor as well, but the developer experiences in Blazor is not good enough for me. And also, most of my team, we work with React components, so I thought what would be the easiest way to put React inside the .NET applications we have, because I don't want to create a separate front end application and host two different applications every time we deploy some small applications. This is a reasonable middle ground from my point of view. Yeah, that is basically my motivation. So I have a bunch of small applications. I don't want to create separate front end, and I want to figure out a way, okay, how do I easily integrate React into the .NET app? And from what I found out, Inertia is the best options. We will see. Maybe this is best for me. Maybe it's not the best for you. It depends on the preferences. But I can definitely say the developer experience is so much better than Blazor. So that is my main motivation here. Yeah, so I have the working code here. I already deployed this as well. So here's the blog. Here's the repo ABP Inertia.js. I have a blog post in the description and then also a demo site here. So you have a demo, and this is actually a React page. And this is a counter example, again, a React component. And then about is a normal CSHTML page. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. So bunch of .NET pages. And then along with that, I still want a few pages which are React components so that I can easily build these applications. Yeah, let's see how to do this. Most of the code which I'm going to show today are already here. And they are working, and I have also created a CI/CD pipeline on how to deploy these things as well. So if you really want to see and see it in action, you can just fork this repo and then see what's going on. And there's also a Docker file, which is a little bit custom, but works as expected. So the whole workflow of like creating the app, building it in CI/CD pipelines, and automatically deploying, it's already done. I just wanted to check the entire workflow for my initial setup before starting the applications, and decided to make a blog post about it as well because I thought this is really cool. Okay, for this project, I'm just going to create a SQLite database because it's easier to demo and I don't have to set up a separate database to host it because I was not sure, okay, is this a good idea? Will it work? Will it not work? I just wanted to first play around. That's why it's a SQL database, but you can change your database and it's still going to be the same. So I have created, let's go to the, yeah, so I will run this command. If you're not new to ABP, make sure you have this tool available. So this, you have to install the ABP CLI. And then you will have this ABP command working, and it's gonna work exactly like a .NET new command. So you say ABP new and give the name, and then give the template name. This is a no layer template. That means there is no domain-driven design. It's not gonna create 5 different projects. Everything will be in a single project. And then we are mentioning it's going to use a SQLite database, and then we are mentioning themes and put the solution in the same folder, I guess. Yeah, so just run this command. You will have ABP installed. This should run without any problems. As you can see, the connection string is just a local DB, because since it's a, since it's a simple SQLite DB, I would go to Inertia demo and then open it here. So let's make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. So this is a very simple standard ABP application. You can see the modules and program. So let's modify a bunch of things here to make our life a little bit easier. So I want, I don't want to check the migrations because I want to migrate automatically every time I launch. So that I will remove these things here, and yes, add the migration environment every time, and also migrate every time. Okay, so the first change we did is the migrations are done through this migrate database script. So it's actually going to look for this argument, migrate database, but I just removed it to make sure like it always migrates. It's going to delay the startup a little bit, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so the next step, let's go back to the blog post then. So this is the creating of the client-side application. So what I would do is I will go to the root of the application, and then create a client app. And in the client app, I will navigate to the client app, and then I will do this npm create Vite. So just say agree, yeah, client app. Here you have to choose React and then choose TypeScript, and that's it. So if you go back to the app now we have a client app, which is a React app. And now we have to add a bunch of libraries to it. So this is the Laravel plugin for Vite, and then we are adding Inertia React, and we are going to use path, so we need the node types as well. So we are doing it with npm, so make sure you have node installed. And okay, so packages are added. The next is to create the environment variable here. So go to the client app, put it in the root of the client app, and then update the environment variable. That's it, because this is going to be our environment app URL. So make sure this port is the same as the launch settings port, which is, so you have Inertia demo, this is the port we are going to use. And so because when you create a new application, it will randomly assign a new port here. That will be the application URL for us. Okay, once that is done, let's update the app.tsx. So if you come and then check your source folder here, there are two files, which is app.tsx and then main.tsx. For us, we don't care about this main.tsx, so you can delete that. And then we only have app.tsx. In the app.tsx, we are going to create an Inertia app. So just copy everything and then remove it and then replace it with what I have provided here in the blog post. And then let's create the index.tsx on the pages directory. So what here we are doing is that we are creating an Inertia app, changing the title, and then we are resolving the pages. So we need this pages folder. So, but we don't have it. So let's create a pages folder. Inside the pages folder, we are looking for a TSX file, any kind of TSX file, and the name will be resolved by Inertia. So let's go and create the index.tsx and then copy the code from here. Okay. So this is basically a simple React component which has a props. Inside the props, we have a name, and we are going to display the props which is passed down from the controller here. Okay, that's it. And then next, go and create your Vite config. So this is your Vite config. Just copy. There will already be a Vite config available for you. Just copy and replace them. So we are generating an output directory, which is going back one directory and finding the www root. Going back one directly will be our ABP application, and it will find the www root. And this is where it will put the build output of all the React application. So every time we build the React app, the output of the React app will go into the www root. So that's how we set up this build pipeline for Vite. And now we are done with the React side. Let's go and update the ABP application. ABP application is a very simple and normal .NET application. So all these commands I perform will be same for the normal .NET app as well. So you add the Inertia core package, and then the next is update the CS proj. So you need to add a spar root, and then inside the spar root you have to tell what to exclude so that it's the Visual Studio and all the tooling can easily understand what to do with this client tab we just created. So I will do this here because these are property groups, and then we will do another target. This basically runs after the publish. So what should happen when you publish the project? So when you publish the project, it should install all the npm packages and run build. That's what we are hoping when the publish happens. And the next is adding Inertia and then telling what is the entry point for Inertia and how to read the manifest, and then what is the build, what is the public directory, all these things. So let's copy this and update the here. And before running, make sure to run use app there or here maybe. So now the next step is to create the app .cshtml. We will not have that file. So what we are saying here is that there will be a view and then the app .cshtml. That will be our default, that will be our entry point. But if you look at the default ABP app, it will have pages directory, and it has pages here, which are usually razor pages. So we don't want that. We want a controller view. So let's create that and then add this app.cshtml and then copy and paste this. Okay, Vite is not detected and Inertia is not detected. Yeah, view inputs. I think it's also needs view inputs. Yeah, so now that is ready. We can get rid of this pages directory because our index page comes from the client app here. So this is our index page. Okay, then next is adding the controller. So create a folder called controllers and yeah, add a home controller. Okay, so here there are a bunch of URL automatically generated, but what we need is that we need to return an inertia view. So if you go back here, you can see that we need to render an inertia view, not a normal ABP, normal .NET. Okay, let's see what the next step is. The next step is to run both and then see what happens. Okay, to run the client tab, you just go to the the client tab is already here. Make sure you run npm install. So all the things are running. Npm run dev. So this will start your React app. Now let's go and start the ABP app. Okay, we have a problem. Yeah, since we updated this initial method, so it will automatically create the migrations for you, and then should also migrate automatically. Okay, it seems like the migrations are not adding. I will try to add the migration manually, but not if migrations init. Okay, migrations are successfully executed, and let's go and check our application here at Vite, I guess. The application is launching. Yeah, perfect. So here you can see welcome to Inertia app. Okay, let's move this on one side and then let's see what we did here. So so we have this index. So I can delete and then come back. Okay, the hot reload is working. And then the name we have passed down here is John Doe, but I can also come back and then modify this name to something else. Okay, so both hot reload are working, and yeah, now we can start building our application. So how does this work? So if you go and figure out how things are properly running this way, you can go and then check the app, and you can see that the props, the data-page props are passed down from the controller into the component directly. So the props drilling is happening for you. So all you have to do to manage data is in your controller, make sure you send the data inside the React component. So the inertia.render will find the index page and pass down this object as a props. And you have to make sure that you are receiving that data which is passed down from your controller as a props in your React component. Basically, that's the connect of Inertia. Inertia takes these props and then renders the React component for you. And if you want to debug it, you can come and see the data page props here, which are passed on for this page, and then how the page is rendered. This is basically your your app. And if you want to update your page title, there is a head tag, and you can update your page saying page title saying this is a new title, and then you can come back to the Inertia page and then update. Yeah, the page title is not changing. I have to debug that, but this is the basic idea. So you can go and then learn more about the other options here. I only did the basic pages. You can create layouts, you can redirect and render responses, you can do forms, form file upload, all these basic functionalities we can do, and then all the other things can be handled by the .NET application. So you can see that here in the .NET application, I can just log in. using the default ABP password. And all the authentication and authorization is handled by ABP, so you have more control over your client. There is one important thing. You would have to pass shared data. So for those advanced scenarios, I would recommend you to go and then check out this library, which I'm using here, ABP.Inertia core. I'm using this library, and it's only because of this library the implementation was very easy, because almost all the inertia components are already generated for us. And if you want to do a form post, you can just do it from form body. And if you want to pass down auth info, you can use the middleware here like this. And then you can say inertia share auth, and these are information which are shared by almost all the props. So all these data will be passed down in all the props of the pages. It also supports SSR, but I have not tried it yet. For the SSR rendering, you have to have a daemon running along with this. That adds another layer, so that for now I just ignored that and then went pure client-side rendering. That is about in this video. So you have a sample app and an amazing library called inertia.core. It has only 66 stars. Please go and start the repo if you find it useful. And also, it's not that complex of implementation. It's basically a bunch of extension methods and then utility methods to interact. So you don't have to worry about what happens if this guy stops maintaining. You can fork and then keep the project up to date, because this is not that complex to maintain. I hope you liked this video. I would also I'm planning to do the same for .NET Core app without any ABP, which is kind of similar, but I'm hoping that will also be helpful for people. So if you're a .NET person who is wondering, is there anything better than Blazor, I would say this is a really good alternative. Because you can just bring down everything you can do with React. There are a lot of UI libraries. Like what I use is the shared CN UI, which comes with generators like v0, v0.dev, where you can just go and then type and then generate a bunch of UI without any problems, and then just copy the code and then put it inside your application. And these are fully functioning components. So creating UI would be very trivial with this setup. You don't have to worry about complex things. You just send in the props from your controller, all the data, and then render the data using React components. That's what I've been doing. I hope you find it useful as well. And I hope you found this useful, and I will see you in another video. Until then, have a nice day, and bye-bye.